Hi, I'm Joe Martin, and I can help you get into that vehicle that you're trying to get into. I can help you get that dream home that you want for your family, and I can help you obtain that healthier credit profile with the great credit scores. Just simply text HELP ME to 678-561-0672. Text HELP ME to 678-561-0672. Or just visit www.global23rd.com. I'm a person that can speak from transparency. I'm a person that's been in a lot of situations that a lot of my clients are in right now, dealing with challenged credit, dealing with the fact of going places and dealing with denials and rejections, okay? When I went through those situations, it was some of the hardest times in my life because I wasn't able to deliver on things that I needed for my family. There's a big difference in wanting and needing, okay? When we're talking about our credit and we're talking about our finances and things like that, those things always have the play in things that we need for our family. I took it upon myself to educate myself on certain things and start going to different classes to learn how to come from that. I tell a lot of people all the time that the ones that's gonna help you the most are the ones that's been hurt the most, and that's me. I speak from transparency. My job and my mission right now is to deliver the education to the people so that you guys can have the opportunity of not having to deal with the things that I went through, or you can eliminate the things that you're going through right now. I teach credit education, and it's two reasons why I focus on education so much. The first reason is I want my clients and my members to totally understand the system of credit. When you talk about credit, credit is a system, and any system designed by man can be conquered and defeated once you understand the formula of that system, okay? So my job is to educate you on all the things that you need to know, that the small things that impact and hurt that credit profile and the things that improve the credit profile. It's important that you know these things. See, I read any type of doctrine that's gonna be empowering to my mindset, okay? I'm not a religious person, I'm more spiritual. But when I read the Bible says that our people perish from the lack of knowledge. That book was wrote so many years ago, but today it's still so relevant, everything that was wrote in that book, because today our people are continuing to perish from the lack of knowledge. We're not physically dying, but we're financially dying because of the things that we don't know. So my mission is to educate myself so that I can go out and educate you all on things that you need to know. It's very important. One thing that I always talk about is, and I want y'all to remember this, remember these abbreviations, POME, okay? And what POME means is product of my environment. It's important that we introduce a different environment outside of the environment that most of us live in. The environment that you live in, you will become a product of that environment. That's why it's so important that you start educating yourself, start putting yourself in different environments, okay? Every time when I look at certain things, when I see situations like when I see one young brother kill another young brother, I always say to myself, man, only if those brothers was introduced to a different environment, they could have probably came together as business partners and built something so beautiful, okay? So it's important that we start introducing different environments to our youth, to our young adults, and even to the adults that's today, because we only know what we know. A lot of times, pastors like to associate the word generational curse with divorce and marriage, but there's so many levels of generational curses that exist. Let's talk about financial generational curses. Let's talk about the fact that most parents don't know the information to share with their kids, so how do their kids learn? Their kids learn through the same hardships that their parents went through. So our community is complex, but there is a silver lining in our community, but it's our job to make sure that we deliver it. We cannot let our kids fend to the world or turn to the world and let the world teach them, okay? It's important that we educate ourselves so that we can educate our kids. And our kids will educate their kids, and their kids will educate those. And then what we have done, we have broken a generational curse. First thing that we could do is start educating ourselves on things that we need to know, okay? There's a lot of information that's out here that's available. A lot of times they say if you want to keep something from somebody, to put it in a book, okay? It's important that we start picking up these books and start reading and start educating ourselves on everything that we need to know. Like I said before, POME, product of my environment. It's important that we introduce a new environment to the people and to ourselves so that we can become a product of that environment. If I hang around 5 broke individuals, and when I say broke, I don't necessarily mean financially broke, because there are so many levels of broke. You could be spiritually broke, physically broke, mentally broke, emotionally broke, and financially broke. If I hung around 5 broke individuals, I will become the 6th broke individual, because I am a product of the environment that I house myself in. Now, if I hang around 5 successful individuals, I will become the 6th successful individual, okay? It's important that if we cannot change our friends, okay? If we can't change our friends, it's important that we change our friends. I'm gonna say that one more time. If we can't change our friends, it's important that we change our friends, because you will become a product of the environment that you house yourself in. Generational curses, they are real and they do exist. They are real and they do exist. When you got kids and you got little people that's dependent on you, you can put yourself at the bottom of the totem pole, because it's not about you anymore. Every decision that you make in your life will ultimately affect your kids. So it's time for us to start making better decisions. It's time for us to start educating ourselves on everything that we need to know for our life. And it's time for us to live, because I'm a firm believer that if you get up every day and you go work every day and you giving it all, you giving it your all, you deserve everything that your heart's desire, okay? So remember, education and knowledge is everything. Thank you. Again, I'm Joe Martin, and I'm looking forward to doing business with you.